I read Assassin's Creed Last Descendants by, what's this guy's name again? Matthew J. Kirby. It's... Hello? Sorry, I'm getting about, paranoid. I have my headset on, but I have it turned off, and my mic is, put up. But for some reason, I could hear, I thought I could hear an echo. Anyway. I thought that, the only unique AC novel was Heresy. I thought that you just had all the ones that are tie-ins to the games, and then the novelization of the movie, and then Heresy. But no, it turns out that there's an entire trilogy called Last Descendants, and I got all of them for Christmas, and Christmas probably 2023. Although it could have been, or it could have been 2022. I think I could have got it, or 2023. I don't remember. And eventually I've read the first one. It's very good. It does unique things, but it works. I don't like the fact that Monroe is sort of neutral. It seems a bit weird, and I have a feeling that they're going to do a twist that he actually isn't unique, or not unique. He isn't neutral. He's actually one side or the other. But moving on, the setting I thought was, there's not, because of the way that it works, where it's multiple characters reliving multiple ancestors. Only a handful of which are actually assassins or Templars. But the way that it all ties in, it feels forced a little, but it still was quite good. But I feel like that if you don't say, Odyssey because you're not actually playing as an assassin, the assassins didn't even exist back then, you're not gonna like this. But me, where I fucking love AC, I don't mind. There is something that I'm a little confused about. I remember back in 2021, I did this. I made a couple videos on my Instagram where I basically just outright re-uploaded someone else's content from YouTube. There is this guy called Red Lotus Assassin who he delves very, very deep into the lore, and he fucking hay fever's not going well. Okay, he now goes by Lotus Initiate. I don't know why he's changed his name, even though uploaded one video in the past 5 years. Changed his name anyway. He delves very deep into the lore, and he made a couple videos where he was talking about how potentially with Origins, because Origins wasn't out at the time that he made these videos, he thought that there was going to be this Russian girl who will serve as the new modern day protagonist. And then I read this and I was like, wait, Owen's the protagonist? I thought the protagonist of this series was this Russian girl. That Russian girl could be Natalia from the series. I'm not sure. I'm actually going to look that up before I continue. Right, so it turns out that the person I'm thinking of is not the person. It's not Natalia at all. The person I'm thinking of is called Galina Voroneva. Nina. And I thought because, the name, the way that it's spelled, and I think they do say that her accent does have a slight Eastern European twinge to it, that I just thought that they were the same person, because I forgot Galina's name, but I'm pretty sure he said that he predicted that she was going to be the new modern day protagonist in Origins, and that, that's where they're going to go from now on. But I guess that kind of makes sense. Galina, from my very limited knowledge of her, she doesn't do well with other people. Natalia's the same, but it's slightly better for her, if you know what I mean. But anyway. So, we're getting in this. I was really, really excited. But I found out it's not what I thought it was going to be. But still, it was very, very good. Despite the things that other people would have said was bad about it. There are some things that I have to say about it that I don't like. Also, excuse me, I need a drink because I don't have any tablets for my acid reflux, and they've been ordered. They're just not ready yet. But I don't like the fact that I think his name is David, Grace's brother, who goes into Abraham's memories. It doesn't really make sense. Considering David is reliving Abraham's memories until his death. Because the whole thing of the Animus, which they explain at the start of the book, is that you can only go into that ancestor's memories up until the point where they conceive. I'll use Desmond as an example. Desmond can only go into Ezio's memories up until the point of Ezio's child's conception. Because after that, that's when the DNA leaves. Say I get some sort of disease that can be inherited. I have a child before and a child after. The child that was conceived before I get this is fine. The one that I conceive after isn't. So it doesn't make sense that both David is able to go for Abraham's memories and who was the other one? I think it was either Javier or Owen. One of them died. Their ancestor died. And that didn't make sense. I'm going to pause the video. The scene where Javier comes out of the Owen is one of the best, scenes of its kind. Because it wasn't like, oh, I'm so proud of you and thank you for trusting me, blah, blah, blah. It was just, two best friends who they drifted apart for a while, but they reignited, and he came out to him, and he was like, okay, moving on. That's how you should do it.